More shoppers than ever are taking a bite out of their grocery bills by stocking up on private label foods. So many people are doing it, the industry estimates that the private label products now account for a fifth, 20% of all food purchases. Sam Reed is the chairman and the CEO of TreeHouse Foods, which sells coffee creamers, soups, and pie fillings, among other things. He sells them to retail outlets and to the food service industry. Sam Reed, welcome to the program. Good to have you with us. Explain a little bit about private label right now. I was mentioning that maybe a fifth of all sales are private label, but explain it in the context of TreeHouse Foods. Was it your intention really to build a private label company?
Yes, it was. I'd had a history of being in branded businesses, and after we sold Kellogg to Keebler, as I looked around the competitive landscape, I was quite surprised to see that private label food and beverages were growing at twice the rate of branded foods, and that rate had been steady since the late 1980s.
They didn't even have. I bet they didn't have private. Everything was private label back in the 1880s, almost.
And now, it's a $68 billion business. It accounts for 20% of grocery sales, and there's been a real transformation. Its beginnings were a generic brand X concept that was focused only on lowest possible cost. And now what's happened is that the customer brands, which are private label, are owned by our retail customers. We're entering a new era where there are billion-dollar brands and with very substantial consumer following. And it is an evolution of our business that really is revolutionizing retail grocery.
Now, some of the brands, for example, what are we talking about? Cremora, the non-dairy creamer for beverages?
The top 25 retail groceries in all of North America all have their own brands, ranging from Great Value at Walmart to President's Choice and Loblaws, and then at Kroger there's a Premium Select. At Safeway they now have 10 private label brands that are all focused on better for you, organic, natural foods.
But I mean from TreeHouse, for TreeHouse Foods.
We manufacture for those customers under their brands.
Right.
And we have only a few of our own brands, most of which are relics of the 8. We've put 8 companies together in less than 5 years. And in each instance that we bought a private label business, they have had their own proprietary brand. But our focus is to develop our customers' brands.
Right, to do it for the retailer. What about margins in the private label business? I mean, are you able to get better margins as a result?
Well, I think after the margins are quite good, and they have dramatically changed. And let me tell you why, and then I'll give you an example. As I said at the beginning, these things were brand X generics. Now, retailers and food service operators want to have a brand that conveys their image, their niche in the marketplace, and builds consumer loyalty. As a result, product quality has gone up substantially, convenience is up, and our motto is, there's value without compromise. What has that led to in pricing? As an example, a branded item that might sell for $10 at retail would allow a grocer to make 25%.
Unfortunately, I just got to stop you, Sam Reed, because we can't compromise on time, but we look forward to having you back in the future to give us more details on branded foods. TreeHouse Foods CEO, thank you very much, Sam Reed.
Thank you.